guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Welcome, cross watchers, and if you're new to the channel, happy to have you join us. Getting this to you a little late. My apologies, just one of those days. But I'm going to pull from this little teeny tiny deck. It's called Fated. And we'll see if we can get a message here for your connection. Remember, this is a general reading, not a private reading, so you got to take it as it resonates for you, if it does at all. And energies can always come through reversed. I'll walk you through that in the spread. But for now, ooh, sacred friendship. Sacred friendship. See what it says. You have something very special with this person, an unbreakable bond forged in respect and understanding to be treasured and nurtured. Friendship is the strongest foundation to build any type of relationship on. For now, focus on building that foundation. Okay, so that feels very much akin to the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles actually can be a card of friendship, collaboratively so. And it's also a card where, you know, they're in the basement of the church and the artisan is working on one of the pillars in the foundation and has two helpers there. So that's sort of that co-creative, cooperative, collaborative energy to create a strong foundation. So that may be a good theme to keep in mind as we move through this reading, because this is the Twin Flame Soulmate spread, one of them, that I like to use when I'm looking at your energy and your blocks, their energy, their blocks, the relationship itself, and then a divine message from Spirit and opportunities going forward. Okay, so that's the spread I'm pulling. And you can keep that little message in mind. All right, so here we go. And this is what I mean. I'm saying you, right? For this top row, and this bottom row will be your person. And I could be talking you could be the Capricorn, or it could be the cross watcher. So you just have to sort of listen and determine what sort of rings true to you. So coming into the reading with Queen of Wands, and your block here, Eight of Cups. So there could be a little bit of disempowerment, so to speak. You may be coming into the reading not feeling fully empowered to either move forward on your path, right? It's kind of coming through to me as a do I stay or do I go? And you may be blocked around the next leg of the journey for you. For your person, they are coming through with the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Sacred friendship. There it is. I'm telling you, Spirit's listening. It's been one of those crazy series of readings where I say something and then it comes out of the deck. It's kind of a good thing, though. And what's their block? Queen of Swords. So they may be struggling with how to kind of communicate something clearly. They could be absolutely aware that you specifically have unanswered questions, that you're trying to get to the truth of a situation, and that while Queen of Swords energy is balanced and diplomatic, it's Libra, and we're in Libra season. Mercury is now in Libra. The Queen of Swords can be like, she can kind of see through you, right? So this person may be blocked as to how to communicate in a way that is more authentic for you, with you. In the relationship, Queen of Cups. Look, we have 3 queens right now. The queen we're missing is the Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn. And Queen of Cups for the connection. Compassion, sensitivity, empathy. But it's also about emotional vulnerability. And you could both be, like, this doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It can be just the energy that you're sharing right now, where there might be a lot of, like, everything's right on the surface emotionally. Message from Spirit, right. Tower. Yep. So the Tower can be talking about an awakening. It can be talking about a big breakthrough. It can be talking about a big breakdown. So we'll have to wait and see what the clarifiers tell us. But it's definitely something that feels like, when I read this to you and I emphasized that solid foundation, the friendship is, go back to that, right? Because I don't know about you, but it's very hard for me as a person to, like, fall in love with someone that I don't feel is my friend. Like, I'm a friends first kind of a person, or at least allowing it to kind of evolve simultaneously. You have to be able to laugh together, inside jokes, points of view on life and the world around you. That's what I mean when I'm saying friendship, like that camaraderie, that kind of like, you get me, right? We get each other. That's the energy that was coming through in your oracle, and is how this person is showing up. Basically trying to come through with the energy of, I'm on the same page. I see it the way you see it. I want what you want. Okay? And yet they're struggling somehow to communicate it. And you're here with some energy around either feeling empowered, but not knowing how to walk away, or feeling disempowered around whether you should or shouldn't. This, do I stay or do I go, as I said when I opened the reading. So that could all be about the Tower. The message from Spirit is about, there's something here, cracks in the foundation. So this might not be sustainable for the long haul if you don't do whatever work is needed to shore up that foundation. And that's why your oracle is telling you, make that a priority. It's really good advice, right? And in the opportunity, 5 of Pentacles. So obviously the opportunity is probably more of a reverse 5 of Pentacles, which is sort of saying to find your stability, to find the solid ground. Because right now, what would happen if everything came down? You sort of be adrift. So to speak. That 5 of Pentacles can feel like abandonment. It can feel like rejection. It can feel like being devalued, feeling not worthy, crisis of confidence, or a sense of security. So I'm almost feeling like in the opportunity going forward, if you're working on shoring up the friendship and the foundation there, then you don't have to worry so much about this being the fallout, right? You can kind of stabilize the Tower, if you will, and then have the benefit of flipping this energy on its head. So that's sort of how I'm seeing it, because the opportunity is not for abandonment or for instability. When I say the word opportunity, I mean it in a positive sense. What is the opportunity available to you in this connection going forward, right? To kind of work through the blocks, avoid a Tower, get back to, where your heart center is with each other. This is a very nurturing card as well. It's Cancerian energy. It rules the 4th house of the home, right? Just things kind of being softer and not so much the hard edges. So that's sort of the storyline that's coming through. Let's jump in and see what we get. Queen of Wands. Seven of Cups. Judgment. The Fool. Let me pull for the Eight of Cups first. King of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Yeah. So I'm looking at this first because it's kind of a little bit of mirrored energy, except you're blocked around something here. I think on some level, internally, you're feeling that this person is the one. And you're really hoping that you are on the same page. That this person has your best interest at heart. You can trust their intentions. King of Swords and is upright. Is that kind of energy. Honorable, and wanting to do the right thing. But it's all landing on the Eight of Cups, which has me feeling like you're right there at the edge of, I don't know if I should stay in this or if I should just keep moving forward on my own path. But there's something really good here that if you were able to be convinced that this person is invested, and there they are, it might calm your energy a bit. It might calm your energy because right here I see a lot of confusion, Seven of Cups, some emotional overwhelm, trying to process all your options on an emotional level, maybe feeling that there are some mixed messages with this person. The Judgment card is, Pluto. Pluto's the Lord of the underworld, but also the planet of great transformation. So with the Judgment card, can we transform this? Can we have a second chance? Can we reconcile the differences? Can we repair the damage? Can we shore up the foundation? Can we get back to that energy that brought us together to begin with? Those are the kinds of things that are coming through with the Judgment card. And from the bottom of the deck in your, unconscious awareness, you're kind of chomping at the bit. Like, I just got to do something. Like this is about breaking free of it. It's a little heavy right now. And that's why I feel the Queen of Wands is feeling challenged. She's normally not a very, she normally doesn't have a problem making a decision. And so while you are not necessarily being weighed down by anything outside of yourself, I do feel that internally you're a bit overwhelmed. Really wanting to kind of get beyond it real quick. So that Fool would be, a leap of faith, but because it's in your unconscious space, you're sort of pushing forward, trying to understand the situation and the options and what's really happening, and can we repair this? I keep coming up with the word repair. So it's possible that a tower has already happened, that it isn't coming, that it's already occurred. And that you're almost not sure, what the damage, aftermath is, and can we clean it up? If this person was invested in that, I think you'd be likely amenable to it. So now we got to see it from this person's side. They are coming in with the Three of Cups, maybe Three of Pentacles. Two of Wands. Yes, Two of Pentacles. Look at that. Page of Pentacles. So this is, some person is absolutely in a decision-making mode, is sort of assessing realities on the ground and keeping that energy moving while contemplating, what do I want? I want us to work together to build a foundation, to grow stronger. I want to be invested. I want what you want. That's sort of the energy coming through of the Three of Pentacles for this person. I'm choosing this path. I know what I want, but now I also have to sort through what I need to set in motion so that I can have the outcome that I desire. And we have the Page of Pentacles. And so for the Page of Pentacles, what I like about it is this person has an understanding that they got to take it one step at a time, that they may have some things to learn here. You can often see the Page of Pentacles as someone who is, learning how to fly the plane as they are building it, essentially. So this might be a new environment that this person is finding themselves in at this moment. So they're just going to have to take it one step at a time. And they're not really sure where you stand. I feel that Two of Pentacles is like, I don't really know what I'm dealing with here. And that's where their uncertainty comes in. And their block is around this Queen of Swords. Eight of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Nine of Cups. Okay. They don't know how to talk to you about how to fix it, how to repair it. You're coming in pretty strong with the Judgment card, suggesting that that's what you are open to. They don't know how to communicate about it, because we have the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords can sort of leave us feeling a little bit defeated before we even get out of the gate. The Nine of Cups from the bottom of the deck kind of leads me to feel that this person on some level internally is a little bit complacent, right? Like, maybe I ought to leave well enough alone. And that may be why they're having this block, because this is a lot to sort of face and deal with if you're feeling already defeated, if you're lacking some kind of confidence, if you don't feel that you have the stronger argument, right? To face this Queen of Swords and say, this is my plan for how we can work this out. And they're not feeling ultra confident about it. So that's why the block is there. And then part of them on an internal level, the other little message is, maybe I should just leave well enough alone and not kind of step in it. So that's from their point of view for this part of the spread. We'll get more from them in the extended. But let's look at the relationship. Queen of Cups. Wow. Hierophant, the Sun, Magician. 3 major arcana landing on that Queen. Oof. If your respective hearts are open to repairing this, you have the potential to manifest a lot of happiness in commitment with each other. The Hierophant is feeling like you really belong together. More than friends. It's also talking about how you value each other, honor each other, show up, Honor your commitments, honor your responsibilities, honor the promises that you've made. That's where the happiness really lives. That's why I'm feeling that you're both sort of capable of manifesting something amazing here. Like, it's already there. That's the point. You already have this. It's already there. I don't know where the cracks in the foundation are, but maybe part of it was answered in the first few sentences that I read for the oracle. And maybe you just kind of, might be missing that. You might need a little more emotional vulnerability. Because I'll tell you one thing, Queen of Swords is not emotionally vulnerable, and neither is the King of Swords. And there's your dynamic in the blocks. You got a King and a Queen of Swords. It's all happening right up here behind the eyeballs. Okay, nothing's kind of dropping into the heart. And so maybe that is the best way to approach it, is to find that center where you're more vulnerable, both of you, so you can fully co-create, that's the word, co-create, the Three of Pentacles, this sort of bliss in commitment with each other. Yeah. I remember once saying to someone that I was in a relationship with, it just, something kind of went in a weird direction for a while, and everything was like we were, butting heads, and there was one-upmanship, and it was just a weird phase. And I finally couldn't find another way to articulate how it felt to me. And I think in a moment of like emotional breakdown, I just kind of blurted out. I said, we're supposed to be on the same side of the volleyball net. Why are you on the other side spiking them at my head? I was like sobbing. But it was just that visual that this person needed to go like, oh my God. Like, yeah, we're supposed to be teammates. And that was the only thing I could say. Like, I feel like you're spiking the freaking ball at me constantly. What is the deal? And that was this kind of a moment. A little bit of vulnerability on an emotional level that just comes pouring out. You can't help it. And there you go. It helped hold a mirror up so this person could see what, from my experience, how it felt. And that might be what's needed. Because there's a lot available to you here that's really beautiful. So let's see the divine message about the Tower. Four of Wands, Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Now we got all the queens. Well, I would have liked to have seen the Queen of Pentacles from the main spread. That would have been even better, but we'll take her anyway. I think whoever is the Capricorn is the key. Doesn't matter male or female. It's an energy of being solid. Being solid. Kind of what's needed here to shore up this foundation. I'm seeing the beautiful energy of the Knight of Cups landing on that Four of Wands. Life partnership, the beginnings of it, so romantic. Also a very vulnerable card. Really kind of meets that Queen of Cups in a nice, energetic, right? Of heart meets heart with nothing to hide. So I'm seeing almost a message of, if the Tower has already happened, for those of you that say, yeah, already happened, or you might be dealing with it at this moment, that what's available to you is that breakthrough, the breakthrough, and bringing it back around to the beginning of a partnership in life that you really want, but you need something solid there, right? You need someone there to kind of go, yeah, I got this. And I'm feeling the strength of the Capricorn energy coming from the Queen of Pentacles. She is associated with Capricorn. So that's sort of divine message, is the Capricorn in this, whichever one of you it is, could even be both because it's Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. That's where the stability is or needs to come from. And then we have all this romance and emotional vulnerability to match the message of the connection, and it looks really, really beautiful. Even landing on that tower. Because for those of you that say, oh, I haven't had a tower, that's what I'm trying to avoid, that's why I don't know if I should stay or go, I don't want everything to fall apart, I'm so confused, I don't know, right? If you're in that headspace, the solution to avoiding a tower is to sort of pull that energy of stability out of unconscious awareness, open up to vulnerability, right? Because if you're all vulnerability all day, if you're all emotions all day, that is a recipe for disaster. You need the anchoring of this earth energy, the grounding of her. I'm saying her because it's a queen, but it's just an energy. It doesn't have to be a person. But I'm feeling the groundedness of Capricorn can balance and anchor what's happening so you can avoid the tower. How do you do that? Is you got to kind of come in from your vulnerability. Come at it from that, like, I'm just going to tell you how I feel. And I know I'm sort of like putting my heart on a silver platter and exposing it. That's what vulnerability is all about. Because on some level, you have to trust and believe that you're dealing with your best friend and that friendship is sacred and is protected. 5 of Pentacles for the opportunities going forward. 4 of Swords, perfect. Hermit, yes. Empress. I was going to say, I should always say things when I think them because then nobody believes that I was going to say it. I was going to say when I turned over the Queen of Pentacles, but I went off on a tangent and said, oh, I wish she had come from the main deck. But I was going to say, now we have all 4 queens. That's the Empress. That's the divine feminine, highest and best of all 4 queens is what the Empress is. So I'm not surprised to see her here. So, divine feminine, what's the opportunity here? We can allow this, I'm turning it upside down so you remember that I'm feeling it reversed. We can use this stability from the Capricorn earth grounded energy, okay, to get out of the potential for rejection, abandonment, instability, insecurity, right? We can get out of that energy through that Capricornian groundedness, and then also the wisdom from the Hermit. It comes from insight, self-awareness. The journey you've traveled so far has brought you a certain amount of wisdom, yes? Most of it about who you are, what you have to offer, that you're worthy, that you have a great capacity for giving and caring and holding space and healing those insecurities that are creating the blocks right now. That's why the blocks are here. This person's a little insecure, feeling a little defeated before they even approach you to talk about how are we going to work this out. And what's their response? Well, maybe I should just leave well enough alone. Your insecurity is coming from, you don't know if this person is wanting what you want. You might think they're the love of your life on some level, but you're pushing that down and you're kind of like, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should just split. Can we repair this? Can we fix it? Can we reconcile it? Or should I just fly? It's coming from that sense of, at any minute, I could be rejected. I could be abandoned. I could be ghosted. I could be shut out. I could be devalued. And if you're feeling that way now, even more so, that the focus is on creating the space to allow your respective personal growth journeys and wisdom to bring in the healing. And when I say healing, please understand, it can be simple conversation. The healing can come from, you're not supposed to be spiking the volleyball at my head. You're supposed to be on my side of the net. That was a healing moment. It was ridiculous. I was sobbing, but it was that moment that it just opened this person's eyes like, oh my God. Right? Because then that person really felt what I was feeling, had the capacity for the empathy. Like, what am I doing? Right? It was instant healing. The marriage didn't last. But we made it to the altar, I guess. I hope someone just spit their adult beverage out. What did she just say? Yeah. That was before the marriage. We made it to the altar, but the marriage didn't last. Oh, well. We're best friends, actually. We're really close friends. So. Oh. So that's what I have for you right now. Too funny. I'm a little loopy today. But I'm not done. We're going to look at things from this person's point of view. So before I go through the astrology, couple of things. YouTube has a new feature called Hype. If you haven't seen it yet, it's only on your phone. It's not on a laptop, but if you like the video, you give the thumbs up, a little box pops up and you can hype the video. And you click the hype button and that puts it out into the algorithm, and it is making a huge difference. I have seen a big difference. In terms of views, in terms of subscribers, it puts the videos out in front of people that it would normally not get out in front of. So you only get 3 hypes a week though, and it starts on a Monday like today. So you got to be judicious about what you're hyping. But I really greatly appreciate those of you who have been hyping the videos. It is a noticeable difference. I know. I'm on track to potentially have 1,000 new subscribers this month. That's 3 times what I normally get. So keep hyping. So there's that. Also, if you enjoy my readings, my wackiness, and you haven't yet done so, please do subscribe. It's free. That free part's free. And it really helps a lot. And don't forget to click the notification bell. Make sure that it's colored in, shaded in, so that it's not like just the outline of the bell, that it's solid. So that's how you know you're getting notifications, or at least you should. And yeah, the extended, like I said, I'm going to take it from this person's point of view. Let's call them the King of Swords for now. And we'll go in their head a little bit and see their perspective of you, their perception of you, I meant to say, their feelings, their intentions, what they receive from you, like what keeps them invested in this, what are they getting out of it? the physical fulfillment, chemistry, intimacy, that, part of the relationship is important too. And where they see things headed. So if you want to follow me there, the links are below. The first link is a Capricorn monthly membership. It does renew every month, but you get 4 collections. You get access to all the Capricorn extendeds that I've ever done, this one and all the ones to come. You get the full moon collection and the new moon collection, and I'm only doing those readings for members now, so you will have the inside edge. And the monthly energy update extended. You get those 4 collections for like $1.12 more than the one-time extended. So I just want you to keep that in mind in case you didn't know that that's how it works. Okay? But those links are below. So here we go. Astrology. Queen of Wands is Aries. Judgment is Pluto, which rules Scorpio. The Fool is Uranus. Uranus rules Aquarius. We have more Aquarius in our King of Swords here. Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Queen of Swords is Libra. Queen of Cups is Cancerian energy. Taurus in the Hierophant, Leo in the Sun, and this is Mercury. The Magician is Mercury, which rules Virgo and Gemini. The Tower is Mars. Mars rules Aries. Now, Mars has just moved into Scorpio, and Mars used to rule Scorpio. So I'm kind of feeling the vibe of Mars right now. Pisces for this Knight of Cups, and Capricorn in the Queen of Pentacles. We have more Virgo here in the Hermit, and the Empress is Venus, which rules Taurus and Libra, and Venus just moved into Virgo. Okay, so she's all focused now on mind, body, spirit balance, self-care. Love language will likely be more about tasks of daily life, right? Acts of service. Yeah. That's what I have for you guys. Love you. That was a fun reading. Don't forget, sacred friendship, and I will see you at the extended. I'm heading there in a minute. Bye for now.